Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Today we are going to be focusing on kind of very much a hinging based workout. So our warm up is going to represent that. So what we're going to do, and all you're going to need for today guys, is either a pair of dumbbells or a backpack. So whichever you're using, just make sure you have that on hand for this. So for our warm up guys, like I said, we will be hinging today. So we want to get those hamstrings and those glutes really warm, really fired up, as well as our lower abs. So like we do with our squats, we're going to do our 27 good mornings. So the setup for this guys is going to be feet nice and wide. We're going to start off with your toes pointed away from you, and then from here we're going to get a small bend in the knee. As you go down, we're driving the heel out, internally rotating. Breathe in through the nose and don't go beyond the inhale. So 3 reps with your feet wide, toes outwards. 1, 2, 3. From here we're going to straighten up the toes, but we'll keep those feet nice and wide. Soft knees, drive those heels out. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're still in the wide stance. We're going to go toes turned in for me. Same exact breathing. 1, 2, 3. So that's your wide stance good mornings. Now what we're going to do is you're going to come into your regular set of stance. So again, that's going to be more feet underneath the hips. Again, we're going to go feet out for 3, straight for 3, and in for 3. But I'm just going to do this with more of a side-on angle so you can make sure that your hips are hinging and that you're not squatting. So make sure that we're moving from the hip. So first 3. From there now we straighten up the toes. 3 more reps. So you can see I'm hinging at the hip. I'm not squatting down. We're not squatting here. So make sure we're hinging at the hip. 2, 3. Now I'm going to go toes in for the last 3 here. 1, 2, 3. Now that was my regular stance. I'm going to go front on again for you guys. From here we're going to go narrow feet, toes turned out, soft knee, internally rotate and in through the nose. 1, 2, 3. Now again, toes straight. Again, these hamstrings should be really starting to fire up at this point. 1 more. And then the last one you're going to do is toes together, heels apart. And from here, same thing. 1, 2, 3. So we just got through our 27 good mornings there. So there's 9 done in that wide stance, 3 toes out, 3 straight, 3 toes in. Another 9 done in your regular stance, 3 toes out, 3 with your toes straight, 3 toes with your toes in. And then the last set is that real narrow stance, 3 with the toes out, 3 with your toes straight, 3 with your toes inwards. So that gives you your 27. Now from here guys, we're going to go for our V-sit hold. We want to get the lower abs fired up here because again, in order to truly hinge, a hinge is a swivel of the hips whilst engaging the lower abs. So that's what we're looking for here. So what we want to see is you try and create as acute an angle as you can in a V shape. So we want to make sure your legs are straight, squeeze your quads, point your toes, keep your hands on the floor here, and you're going to aim for somewhere in and around 30 seconds or as close to a really good form. So legs straight, point the toes, get as upright as you can here. You can either have your hands slightly behind you or in front, whichever works for you. But again, don't just hang out here. Make this hard, make this challenging. I'm squeezing my quads and trying to work hard to get everything as close as I can together. And again, like I said, we'll aim for somewhere in and around 30 seconds for me. So that's going to be 1 round. You have your 27 good mornings and you have your V-sit hold for 30 seconds. Do each of those 3 times through for the warm-up. So once you get your warm-up done, grab a drink, make sure you have your dumbbells, and we'll get ready for the workout. So you should be ready to go for your workout now guys. What we're going to do is 2 movements. The first one is a ground to overhead. If you're doing it with your dumbbells, we're going to treat this almost like a double dumbbell snatch. And then we are going to do a thruster. So the rep scheme is as follows. 30 ground to overheads, 30 thrusters. Then we're going to do 20 ground to overheads, 20 thrusters. Then it's going to be 10 ground to overhead, 10 thrusters, and then we go back up to 20 of each, and then back up to 30 of each. So 30, 30, 20, 20, 10 and 10. Back up to 20, 20, and 30 and 30. So by the end of this workout, you should have done 110 ground to overheads and 110 thrusters. So there's a lot of work to be done here. So we're going to imagine you have dumbbells at home, but if you have a backpack, you can also use your backpack. So if we're using our dumbbells, guys, what we're going to start off with is I want you to treat these like you would a hinge, just like you did your good morning. So we're going to go a little bit wider with the feet. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to hike the dumbbells through the legs, and we're going to punch them up overhead really, really aggressively. So from here, we're going to go through, and then we're going to punch them all the way up. Back to the shoulder, hinge through, and an aggressive punch. Making sure we breathe out on the way up. Now I'm going to show you side on so you can see that this is exactly a hinge. Soft knees, hinge. Use your hips. The more you use your hips, guys, the easier you're going to make this feel for yourself. So that's your first 30 reps, 30 ground to overhead. If you have a backpack, you are going to basically get it through your legs, and then you're going to aggressively punch it up overhead with your head through at the top. So again, you bring it back down, you hinge, and you punch with your head through. From there, you're going to do your 30 thrusters. So again, what we're looking for here is dumbbells on our shoulders, elbows up and in front, so don't have them out here for me. Let those dumbbells sit backwards, and from here the squat mechanics are the same. Chest up, hips back, drive our heels in hard. On the way down, we breathe in, accelerate and breathe out for me. So front on. Once I've accumulated my 30 thrusters, then I'm going to go back to my 20 ground to overhead. Once I've gone through my 20 of those fellows, then you're back to your 20 thrusters. And so on until we get through the 10 and the 10, and then we work our way back up through the 20s and the 30s. So like I said, guys, there is a lot of work here. There's 110 reps of each. So make sure, A, you break these down into manageable sets. So from the start, I wouldn't be advising you to go do 30 unbroken. Break them up into small sets so that you can maintain good quality, good mechanics. And then at the end, you'll be able to push on, whereas you won't be kind of doing them in sets of 2s and 3s because you're really, really fatigued. The form has broken down. So think quality over quantity and move smoothly and efficiently throughout. Very best of luck, guys. I hope you get on well.